Hi everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we have the insanely awesome Namor statue from XM Studios, and this thing is a doozy. You will not be disappointed in this piece. This is probably one of XM or the greatest pieces ever made, easily top 10. So stay tuned. What we do is, as usual, we will go back to the beginning for an semi-unboxing, and then we'll have a closer look. Okay, so as I said, you will not be disappointed by this piece. Okay, so let's go back and see what the big deal is. Okay guys, for the unboxing we're doing something a little bit different today. As you can see, it's missing a piece right there. That is the octopus, and ta-da! It is huge, let me tell you guys. This thing's no joke. So what I did was I had to this is how big the box is, okay? So it's a 2-layer box. So I have to take this, I took delivery upstairs, so I took all of the parts out, especially the octopus. And then I took it apart, brought the stuff down piece by piece. And then, you know, just to show you the semi-unboxing. And I would show you what it looks like, you know, inside the thing. But this thing weighs, and I just weighed it, 38.8 pounds. Yeah, you heard it. The octopus itself weighs 38.8 pounds. So, you know, imagine trying to, you know, pull it out of here. So, sorry, I'm not showing you, you know, what the octopus looks like in the box, but it is crazy heavy. Okay, and then you got the tentacles, some water wave, and then the top layer, it's gonna have Namor, and then the wave, and then his staff. Okay, and then the XM box. It's interesting that we have the Xmen logo on the side. And then, you know, on this side of the box, you have the creative team. And then if you move over here, as usual, they give you a little bit of the story of Namor. Okay, so oh, let's see what else we get. And moving along, we have the art print. That's what it looks like. Okay, so the statue is based off that. And then of course the jacket, and then we have the assembling handbook. Okay, and then let me flip through and show you. Yeah, it's standard just like the last one, like Ghost Rider and stuff. And then of course on this side you have you know, the layout, so it's easier to put the stuff back. Okay, so for Namor it's pretty simple, and then gives you instruction on how to properly assemble it, like the Ghost Rider, where I was just jumping all over the place. Okay, so you have that, and you get a little bit of a back history of Namor, and that's what the statue would look like once it's done. Okay. And some more assembling instructions. Okay. And then that's what it looks like when done. And then yeah, to get some stuff about registering your products. And then caring for your collectibles and stuff. Okay, so you get this nice hard cardboard, cardstock booklet. Okay, so let's put the statue together. Okay, I have the 38.8 pounds octopus on. So as you can see, this thing is humongous. I mean, you can see my hands right there. And I will zoom out and put 2 of my hands on there. This is ridiculous. I think XM's gone over the top with this. I mean, I love it, but look at my table. All right, that's my table, and look how big the octopus is. All right, and you know the table is a good size. This thing is crazy. Oh, and it looks like it's a 2-pegger. So you got the back leg, and then the front, and then it looks like this. It's, when we do the wave, there's gonna be a magnet there. Okay, and then you know, you get the water that the octopus is coming out with. It's got good texturing. And over here you're gonna have another magnet, okay, for the other wave. And I think the one of the tentacles are gonna go in there, so we'll see. Okay, and then you can see the eye right there. It looks pretty cool, like an octopus eye, you know. So, and then you get a lot of texturing, and then you get these suction cups, as you can see, and then the other eye. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's if you see my videos before and you know how big the table is, that's the octopus. Okay, so this is just insane, 30 something pounds. All right, so let's get the. I'm gonna look at the instructions to see what they recommend putting the next parts together. Okay, guys, I have a little bit of bad news. In the midst of putting the octopus on the carousel, XM broke my carousel. So, damn octopus, 38 pounds of goodness, broke it. It looks like they used some form of glue to keep the thing going. So, with the octopus, it's just huge, and you know the wave that we're gonna put on would have made it like much larger, wider. So I put a wood plank because this thing is too narrow. However, it snapped and broke the carousel. So I can't give you a 360, so I'm gonna try my best. I'll still assemble it on the table itself. Okay. Okay, guys. So this thing, this wave on the right side of the octopus has its own base, so we're gonna have to assemble it all the way into there. Okay, so I can't get the camera to point, so I'm gonna turn it off and then just slip it. Okay, so all we're gonna do is have this thing, we're gonna slip it right into there. Okay, so what I'll try to do this so you guys can see how insane this is. Okay, so this thing is out here, and then we're just gonna slip it right into there. Okay, so it looks like it's coming out of the water. Okay. And then we're going to move over here and try to slip the other one in there. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but let me grab the other piece. Okay, so after some manipulation, I was able to push the this wave in. Okay, that's where the other tentacle is going to go. So I think I got it in pretty good. So as you can see how big it is. Look how big it is when you, like I said, you've seen my video before. So this thing takes up like basically the whole table. So I don't have a carousel big enough, or I don't even think it's strong enough to support this. Okay. So let me take it out. And as you can see, so this will be the 360. Sorry guys, they killed off my carousel. So let's get the tentacles on and then the statue. Alright, so I have the tentacles. Okay, so as you can see, this thing's pretty big. If you see my hand, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just slip it into that hole right there. And then that should be it. So let's see. I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah. So the tentacles in. So that's what the octopus looks like. Okay. It's very, very nice. So now we're going to get Namor on. Okay, so let's get him on. Alright, so Namor is finally in. I'd like to say it took me like a few minutes to get the statue on. Seems like it's easy, but it's not, because you have a two-pegger, and I hate two-peggers. Okay, so you got that one and the peg on his front of the ball of his foot. The problem is you have to put it in just right. If you put one in, I guess, too early, and then the other one won't come in, or if you do the back one too much, the front won't come in. Okay, so that's what Namor looks like. Let me show you the face. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then here I'll put on the his trident, and then as you can see, even the skin, you see like veins in his foot. And this part is textured, so it takes away from the monotony of the black outfit. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and I'll put on the little winglets that he has. Okay, so black outfit doesn't do much. I'm glad they put in a little bit of the textured, much like Black Bolt. Okay, and then that's what it looks like. Very nicely done. Okay, so there's no switch out head or anything. It's just one, statue. Okay, so let's get the wings and the trident on. I've got the back legs winglets on. Let's see. They're kind of flimsy though, because there isn't any like peg or anything. It's kind of weird. So I got that one on, right? And then this is what the winglet looks like. And then I'll show you this one before I put on. That's it. So that's it. Just the friction part. And then you stick it into his foot or his ankle. Like so, and that's it. So it looks pretty good, but I wonder. I guess it's not. They're very light. They're just like less than an ounce. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's what Namor looks like. And then we will be doing the trident. Okay, so let's get that. We have the trident. This is what it looks like up close, and then we're gonna have magnet there, which we're gonna attach to the right hand back or right arm back there, and that's what it looks like. It's pretty good, and as with XM, no surprise here. The trident, the pole, sorry, this part, it's made of metal. Okay, so you can actually impale somebody with that. Oh, it's a home defense mechanism. And then I believe up here is, yep, it's metal. So that's some serious, jabbing weapon and stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is, it's angle, as you can see right there. So it only goes in one way. I believe it goes in this way. Yep, there it is. So I've had to move my my poster board back a little, because due to that, and I can tell you, and I guarantee you, this will not fit in your Besta. So if you have any aspiration of getting this piece, it's going to be a standalone piece, or at least out, somewhere. Okay, so let me do 360 for you guys. This kind of sucks because they broke my carousel. I ought to contact XM and demand a new carousel. How dare they make this thing so heavy? Oh, and I'll get you to see. I'll get to the part how heavy it is. It actually is. Okay. The audacity of these guys breaking my carousel like that. I ought to sue them. So that's what it is. I'm sorry I cannot give you a spinning 360. It's just not going to happen. Look how big that thing is compared to the table. And you guys have seen, my videos before. Okay, so we're just going to have to do a sucky 360. Okay, so this statue is very majestic. It is awesome, especially in real life. So let's get a closer look at the water. Octopus is just nice. It's like Lockjaw for Medusa, if you've seen that one. The only thing is this thing kicked Lockjaw's ass. In his face. Very well done. Can't believe they made this thing with the octopus. It's just insane. Oh man. Okay, so no true 360, but you can see like the outfit's got some details there, and then the wrinkles in the outfit and stuff like that. So it's very nice done, very nicely done. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard, and then this one's gonna be a relatively easy score. Okay, so I'm gonna put the camera down, and then we'll get to the scorecard. Okay, so before we go to the scorecard, I just wanted to let you know about the weight of this thing. I hope you guys are sitting down, because this is not a joke. So when I got the box from FedEx, the guy had to break out his hand card and then just, truck the statue in. He wanted to put it in the garage, and then I was like, nope, nope. Just roll it to the front of the door. You have to go sideways to get in, okay? And as you can see, the box is huge. It is like humongous, and that's no joke. So On the box it says 40, I believe 41 kilogram, which works out to be about 92 pounds. So what I did was I rolled it onto my bathroom scale. It's a small scale, it's about 12 by 12 or 14 by 14, something like that. So it registered 98.8 pounds. And my scale is somewhat conservative. It's down by maybe a pound or two. So we're looking at basically a 100-pound statue, okay, including the box. So the next thing I did was I took the statue out and then weighed the individual parts. So that's how I was able to find out the octopus is like 38.8 pounds by itself, okay, without anything else. And then I weighed, Namor and the other parts, and the grand total was about 60.8 pounds. So the statue itself is 60.8. So that means that the box, the packaging materials and all that good stuff, it's like 30 pounds. That's unheard of. You know what? Other companies, their statue weighs like 20 pounds, okay? The XM box weighs 30 pounds. So you're getting high quality right there. And I was surprised, the box wasn't dinged to hell when I got it, because you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if it had been damaged, because this thing is so heavy. And it's not just the weight, it's the bulkiness. That's what kills you. And I had to take this apart to bring it downstairs. There's no way I was going to bring that bulky box all the way down with, 100 pounds worth. It's the bulk that kills you, not really the weight. But anyway, so 60.8 pounds, okay? That's just insane for the statue. I think that's going to be XM or any quarter scale statue. That's the heaviest. So I guess you can say that's the all-time champ in weight. That's not something to brag about, I guess. But anyway, back to the Besta issue. This thing is like, it's probably across, you're looking at 20 inches. Because you have to factor in, this pointy thing, which I have had to move the cardboard back. So you're looking at almost, you need 24 inches worth of display, okay? And this thing is no joke. I can't believe they came up with this concept and then, the whole execution. Okay, so let me give you a bottom up flip. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard. First category is, as always, sculpting. As you can see, this thing, it's very majestic. It's awesome. Okay, even the octopus. Man, I can't believe this. And, I'm really angry at XM for doing this, because, you know what, they probably killed off 388 octopus, petrified them, and that's how it got here. Okay, this is a real octopus. They, petrified it, and then put a coat of whatever resin on it. Okay, so that's the little secret I'm letting you guys in. They killed off 388 octopus, petrified it, and that's how we got our base. Alright, that's the secret. So anyway, the sculpting is pretty good. Love the eyes. Let me get back. Take it back. I'm sort of running out of room to give you a 360 on this guy. It's so badass, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, when you look at the picture, he looks kind of weird because, like say from that angle. But it actually looks realistic. And then as you, zoom out, and it looks normal. From certain angle, you can't look good all the time. Much like a car automobile, certain angle looks better than others, okay? But anyway, I would give this sculpt it's very detailed, like you can see the abs and the outfit and everything, a 10 out of 10, okay? Even the octopus with especially the eyes. And then the texture on it is really nice, and the suction cup, it looks like, you know what, it doesn't look like it. They killed 388 of these guys and to bring us the statue. That's my theory. Okay, so sculpting 10 out of 10, can't complain. And nicely detailed with the wings and everything, even the feet, and then you don't get much of the arms, but even the trident, the hand. Everything's just done really nice, and the textured outfit, just to break up the monotony of the black outfit, so it's really nice. Okay, so our next category is fit and finish. So that includes the paint app, if there's any if there's any mixed media like cloth, see how well it fits, if it's proper, stuff like that. Ooh, nice wave though. Anyway, so with this one, it's a little bit tough for me. I would like to tell you that the paint is superb as always. 99.9% of the time, you're gonna get superb paint. Okay, and I don't have anything wrong with this one. It's just no flaws. Okay, none at all. So normally I would give this a perfect 10 out of 10. The reason I'm not giving it today for this piece is it's more of a personal preference. So let's give it 2 scores, okay? For the fit and finish, technically it is a 10 out of 10 piece, okay? So there's no, there's no flaws that I can tell. Okay, that's just a piece of styrofoam. Okay, so everything came out great, and even his hand, it's got like the vein and stuff like that. His face, everything just works. Yeah, so that's a 10 out of 10. However, because this is an octopus, a marine animal that looks like it's rising out of the water. What they could have done, so the animal would be wet, okay, and then the water would be wet. As you can see with the water, it looks nice, it's painted and everything. But the problem with this is it looks dry. In pictures it looks dry. In real life, it is a little. It's not quite that dry. It's got some sheen on it, but it could use like a couple coats of gloss. Okay, so especially on the water, it looks okay. I don't know what it looks like in video, but in real life, it's a little bit glossy, but it needed maybe 1 or 2 more coats of gloss, and especially on the octopus. So it's just coming out of the water, so there should be a sheen, okay, wet sheen on it. So what they could have done was do 2 coats or so. I don't know how many coats. I'm not an expert. To make it glossy, like it just came out of the water. So that's my only complaint. And then Namor. I see why they may not have done it, because then now they have to gloss Namor. But you can leave Namor dry, but then he might have summoned the octopus as it's coming out. He's flying and then he's landing on it and then making this majestic pose, coming in to land or whatever. So that's what they could have done. And as you can see, the water looks kind of dry. A few more coats of gloss would have done this thing great. Okay, so that's my only complaint. So given the piece, the overall would be a 10.10 or 10 out of 10 for paint app or fit and finish. It even fits in the Tupega, but it's nice. Okay. However, I would give this more of a 9 out of 10 because it needs that sheen, that gloss coat. So I wish I was a painter because I would love to get like a couple gallons. I guess you would need it because this thing's huge. And just put some more gloss on it. But I'm afraid, I might mess this up as this is the only piece I've got. And they only make like 388 of these. Okay. I'm really tempted to get another one, but I don't know where to put it. Anyway, so moving on. Our next category is art direction. As you can see, very few pieces are going to have the art direction. Okay, it's an app for this character. And as you can see, he's riding on an octopus. Not that Namor needs to ride on an octopus. So art direction wise, I would give this a 10 out of 10. Alright, for our 4th category, we're going to go with source material. So when you look at this, this is the black outfit. I know Namor has a green outfit where he has the shorts on instead of the full outfit. So depending on which, I guess, version you think about this is a 10 out of 10 for me because when you look at it, down to the hair and then the ears, it's Namor. Okay, so there's no disputing this, and of course the trademark wings. Although they could have made it a little bit smaller. Although come to think of it, maybe his wings is like his hair. So how people's hair grow, so the wings grow, I guess. and then he clips it or something like that. Well, whatever. So source material wise, when you look at this, it's Namor. There may be some liberties taken with it. Probably like this, just to throw out the the monotony of just a black outfit. Other than that, I think it's spot on, and I don't recall him riding on an octopus, but it's nice. Yeah. This is an art direction. So 10 out of 10 for source material, and going back to art direction, this is just kick-ass. When you look at it, this has never been done like this, and it never will be. This is actually the ultimate Namor, if you're a fan. I'm not a fan. I think he's more like Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange. They're kind of douchey characters. They're supposed to be good guys, but they're not very likable. But I got this and Doctor Strange, and I'll probably get Mr. Fantastic also, because it's one of those things where you gotta have the characters. It's essential Marvel characters, but I don't have to like the character personally. But this probably is the only one that I'll have of Namor. Oh, no. So anyway, as you can see, it's just to kick ass. Okay, so our last category we're gonna have is accessories. So that is how not only the switch outs and other accessories parts, but also the base. So when you look at this, there's like zero switch out. Okay, there's not even a switch out head with him yelling. That's pretty popular. In the open mouth yelling, or switch out weapons, stuff like that. It would be nice to have something like that, but I do not know what because of this pose. I guess you can have like a sword or something, but I've never known Namor to use a sword. And of course having another switch out head with the open mouth, which is pretty popular, like I said. But if you look at the outfit that he's got, I don't see how you can do a switch out head without having, I guess, gaps. Unless, the head is here, and then, because the hair, if you can see that, naturally you can have a gap there, and then maybe down here. If it's done really well, I guess, the head, instead of having the neck, there won't be any seam, maybe right there, but it would look natural. So that's the only switch out head I can think of. And then maybe, instead of this, have a trident, dual wielding or something, whatever. But there's no switch out at all. The sword's gonna come from this beast. Okay, literally, it's a beast. As you can see, it's just so awesome. So the octopus makes up for the whoops. Sorry about that. This thing I touched it and it flew right out. Like a wing. So anyway, so accessory wise, it's gonna be hurt by the lack of switch outs. But the octopus more than makes up for the lack of accessory. So this is a tough score for me. I would have to give this a 9 out of 10. I know it lacks the switch out, but the octopus, I mean, this thing is humongous. Okay, it's heavy. I said 38.8 pounds, right? It's heavy. It's obnoxiously heavy. Okay, and it broke my carousel, so I'm gonna have to send XM a bill for that. But anyway, the accessories, like the base, more than makes up for the lack of any switch outs. Thus, we're getting a 9.0. If it came with like a head or maybe a switch out, for a some form of other weapons, I guess, or he's just like with his hands up without the staff. He's just surfing, something like that. I don't know. So anyway, so 9 out of 10, thanks to the kick-ass octopus. And I think this is this is very original, the idea of the octopus. So it's nice. Okay, so we come to the overall score. This is not an average. I would love to give this a statue a perfect 10 out of 10. For a production statue. So you're never gonna get a perfect 10 out of 10. There's always something that you know, may not be perfectly done. Okay, so but in this instant, due to the lack of just maybe a switch out hand, which is not necessarily um, a part of the statue, I guess, because you can only like do an open mouth or something. But what's keeping this from getting a perfect 10 out of 10 is, as I said before in the paint score, the octopus looks really good, but it really needs another coat or two of sheen, like gloss. And of course the water looks good, but again, it needs another coat of gloss, okay? So that's what keeping this from getting a perfect 10. So the next best thing what I'm going to give this is a 9.5 out of 10. So much like Cable, 9.7 overall score, okay, not an average. So would have been a 10 out of 10 if we get the sheen on this, okay? So thanks for watching, and then, oh, let me take a look. I'm going to put both hands on the octopus just to show you how insanely big this thing is, okay? So hang on. Okay guys, I have two hands on the octopus, okay? This is how big it is. I mean, I'm not a big or a little guy, but as you can see, let me move this around. Okay, I wish I had a selfie stick, but working on the camera. See, this is how big this thing is, okay? That's me, and that's, like, this thing is insane. I hope you guys can see that from top down. Okay, and then with me closing in on it. Okay, so this thing is humongous. I mean, you have got, if you get a chance to see this, there we go, that's a good one. In real life, this octopus is insane. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching, and then I should have Iron Fist and the Witchblade. It's on the boat right now, so I'll put those up, and then we'll go back right now to some old school Bowens and Sideshow. Okay, so thanks for watching. I would highly recommend you picking this up. This is the only Namor piece you're ever gonna need. Okay, this is how insane it is. They've just gone overboard. This is one of the greatest pieces, character aside. Okay, and you will never need another one. So I would highly recommend picking it up. Only 388 of them. And this is something that I'm probably never gonna sell, and you know, it's just too awesome of a piece. And plus, I don't want to lug it to the post office or the FedEx or UPS store. You know what? I would have to have them come and pick it up. Okay, so oh, and not to beat a dead horse, the weight again, 60 point. I think I said 8, right? 60.8 or 60.6 pound for the piece. And then the whole box, you know, including the boxes, the shipper box, the whole weight is 98.8. So we're looking at, say, 60 pounds. So the box itself with the styrofoam is close to like 40 pounds. That's just crazy. Unless I'm calculating it wrong somehow, this thing is just insane. The largest and heaviest statue ever made. Okay, so I'm going to stop my rambling on and go ahead and get this one. They're not cheap shipping. If you can get it for like maybe 1200-ish, including shipping, I think it's a great deal. Oh, and it cost, this thing cost me in total, you know, with fees and everything, just under 600 to ship. Okay, $600 US, not Singapore dollars. Okay, the shipping itself was like, you know, 5 something. And then, you know, you gotta have insurance and fees and all of that goodies. So it really cost me almost $600. The statue itself, after you do the conversion, is about 700 something. So shipping is like 80-90% of the statue, which is, by the way, very insane. But this is a once in a lifetime piece, and go ahead and get this. I highly recommend it. You don't know how big this thing is until you actually get up on it. Okay, all right, so thanks again for watching, and then we'll see you next time. Bye.